Hello everyone. This video is going to be about right division of the word of truth, rightly dividing the word of truth. That's only written in the Bible one time. It's in 2 Timothy 2:15. To give you the whole verse, it says, "Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." And if you notice there, it doesn't say rightly dividing lies from truth, or rightly dividing bad from good or anything like that. It says rightly dividing the word of truth. You have to take the whole Bible and you have to divide it. And how in the world are you going to divide it? Are you going to just pick a halfway point or something and divide it there? No. You divide it by context. It's very clear that certain writers are writing to certain people. For instance, James is in James chapter 1, verse 1, is writing to the 12 tribes spread abroad. He says it very clearly in the very first verse of that book. And then in contrast, Paul is writing to Gentiles. He is speaking to Gentiles. He says that very clearly in Romans chapter 11:13, in which he says that he is speaking to the Gentiles in that he is the apostle of the Gentiles. And then here's a great example of why you need, using those same two writers, those same two books, why it's so important to rightly divide. If James in chapter 2 talks about how without works, your faith is dead. And that's amazing. Without works, your faith is nothing. And then Paul says in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8 and into 9, he says, "For you are saved by grace through faith, not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast." Those are two opposite situations. Those are two opposite outcomes. James says without faith, without works, your faith is dead, literally dead. And Paul says that it's faith, it's grace by faith, and it has nothing to do with works. And that's an amazing difference. And that's something you got to consider. That's one of the first things that I found that got me to start seeing the things that I'm trying to show you. That's all I want to do, is to open people's eyes to the truth of the Bible and how that it's dangerous to misunderstand these things. It's dangerous to not study and understand these things. You need to understand these things, or you're going to read things and think they're written to you, and they're not. And that's going to potentially change your doctrine, or it's something to really consider. So right division